swings to get a feel of what swing I need to make to sort of make that ball flight happen. And then I get back, I pick, so what I try to do is pick the target where I want this ball to start, and I sort of lock in on that, visualize the shape, lock in.
Yeah, touch them all.
And then hold them against the wind nicely. And
that was smoked, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was hit nice.
I mean,
yeah.
The fact that it's a little chilly out here, it carried 294 yards. Your typical carry yardage with that, let's say it's 80 degrees, no wind. Are you carrying it
310? 310.
310.
Yeah.
I get to walk to a 294-yard shot in the air. I don't get to do that very often. Let's take off and go.
Perfect.
Go follow it up.
Let's do it.
The consistency that you've worked for and achieved is extraordinary. But when you're off and you're trying to sort things out, how much time do you address to the mental aspects of it, and how much time do you address to the technical aspects of it?
Yeah, so I think they, with confidence, they both play a very crucial role, right? I think confidence only comes from technically being in a good space and seeing results. And, so if I do get a little off, the one thing that I try to do is I try to play my way out of it. I try to play my way through it. Yes, you have to practice and you have to, you have to get technically in the right spot. But at the same time, if you get out and you play and all of a sudden you start to shoot 66s, 65s, there's no better thing for your confidence in golf than shooting good scores. And for me, anytime that I have struggled, playing my way out of it has always been something that works for me.
The putt you had last year at the Tour Championship, was it 6, 7, 8 feet? But it was for the win that week. It was for everything.
Yeah.
So much on the line. And you look so matter-of-fact about it. How are you able to detach yourself from the outcome?
So for me, when I start to think about the outcome of a tournament or a round or of a shot that I'm going to play, it never works out the way I want it to. So I need to break it down to its simplest form. So even this tee shot that I just hit, if it's a very important tee shot, all I'm thinking about is, what shot do I want to hit? Visualizing that, feeling it with my swing, picking a good target, and making a good swing. And if I can do that and I can break that down to its simplest form, hopefully 9 times out of 10 I'm going to do what I just did. But yeah, I think with the way the game of golf is nowadays at the top level, and there's all this noise around it, you have to try to take all that noise away and break it down to its simplest form, which is, I'm playing golf and I'm trying to shoot the best score possible, and if I keep doing that day after day, all these things will just happen.
All right, Rory, nice drive. 294 your divots right in front of the ball, so you didn't get a lot of help. Take us through your process here. This is a par 5 where you could probably, under ideal conditions, get home in 2, no problem. But these are not ideal conditions, are they?
No, a little chilly. Wind's back off the right. 285 front. Water on the front right of the green. There's a little sliver of land approaching the green on the left side, but I mean it's very narrow, and that's exactly where I'd sort of be hitting the 3-wood into. So for me, with the way this hole's playing today, I'm going to lay it up to a good number and hit a wedge in from there.
Do you have a favorite yardage that you like to lay up to?
I mean, today I think if I were to lay up to around 100, 110, that would be a sort of nice 3/4 56. And I'd rather hit something a little easier than try to hit a flat out wedge, to control the spin more so in the trajectory than anything else. So I'm going to try to lay this up to about 100, 110.
So your second shot here, you're making a choice that will affect the spin rate on the next shot you hit, aren't you?
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah. And it depends on the pin position as well. If the pin was a little further up the green, I would say I'd try to get a little bit closer to the green so I could skip something in there.
Oh, yeah.
And then if the pin was a little further to the front, I'd like to maybe hit a full shot in so I could land it behind the hole and spin it back. So you're always trying to think a step ahead.
So let's see the club of choice here. What would it be?
Back into the 5-iron. 5-iron should go about 200.
Okay. That should lay you well back of the water.
Yes.
Are you, if you're going to lay up kind of theory guy? I mean,
Yeah,
give yourself a buffer there. Don't push
exactly.
it.
Yeah, don't push it.
Yeah.
Don't push it at all.
All right, let's see it.
Okay.
Oh, beauty. According to Top Tracer, that flew 186. You were just hitting a cut into that wind, and the wind picked up considerably.
Yeah,
When you hit that shot.
it did exactly. So probably left myself a little longer than I wanted to, but that's fine.
But it got colder and windier as you were
Exactly.
standing over that shot. So
Exactly.
let's go up and have a look at this wood shot.
Perfect.
All right, Rory, we got a layup here. You got 116 yards into the screen, but there's really kind of a lot going on up here around the screen, I think.
Yeah, there is. Obviously, you've got a little bit of water on the right. You've got, probably one bunker in play on the left. It looks like there's a little bit of a runoff on the left there as well. So I think with a shot like this, it's all about being real particular with your target and zoning in on that. But yeah, it's there's a bit of wind up there as well. It's cold. You really have to pick the right shot and for me anyway, get the right trajectory.
And what are your expectations when you're standing over the shot? I mean, you're just trying to stuff it in there? I mean,
yeah, you're trying. I mean, the pin for me, it'd be different if the pin was on the back right and you're having to work it in to try to get back there and avoid the water. But with where this pin is today, you sort of take dead aim and try to get it as close as you can.
All right, let's get a tap in. It's about pin high.
Pin high.
20 feet or so.
Yeah.
The wind got it, so it didn't
It did. I was trying to hold it into the wind a little bit.
Let's go see you make a 20-footer.
Perfect.